Alright, what's going on, guys? We're back for another backtesting session today. No trades this morning during AM session. I posted a video this morning talking about how I knew to, stay out of the markets today. Just no signs of anything high probability, right? I knew pretty quickly into market open today that it was going to be a no trade day. So did just end up tape reading. So no trades today, but we'll see what the rest of the week has in store for us. But anyways, let's just go ahead and get right into this backtesting session. So I'm gonna have ChatGPT pick me a random date in 2025. Okay, another summer month. We've recently done all the summer months, so it's literally repeating the same months. I'm getting all the same months, so God, it's every single month is repeating. Just give me something I haven't done. May. Cool. I'm good with doing May. What was it? May 2nd, May 27th, 2025. All right, we'll do May. Well, I honestly want to make sure real quick because I did. All right, that was June 14th, so we'll do May to the beginning of June. May 27th. And we'll honestly just start at the Monday here. Start off on Sunday. And we'll go to starting off Sunday. I want 2 weeks worth of data to that whole week. We'll do this whole week and we'll end it off here. So we'll do 2 weeks worth of data. Let's go ahead and see what May price action has in store for us. Let's go ahead and get ES opened up here. Alright. Starting off with a higher time frame here. So we're pushing up higher here. All-time highs is up here, but it does look like we're in the middle of a bull run, right? We do have this new week opening gap below us, it looks like. So I want to keep that in mind here, but we are delivering out of this daily. Price is continuing to the upside here. So we could just look for bullish continuation here if this 4-hour inverses. I could see this 4-hour flipping and continuing to push us lower here. If so, right, we have this draw on liquidity, this draw on liquidity, and we'll see if price ends up wanting to come target this new week opening gap. But for right now, I do want to play this like we're looking at bullish price action here, especially if this hourly inverses. So this will be my conditions for today. I really want to see this hourly inverse, and then we will be in another hourly as well. So I kind of just want to watch out here. I would be open to taking shorts, right, if we deliver off of this range right here, even this hourly BPR as well. But right now, I do want to treat price like it's bullish, and if we respect this hourly gap, then we can end up looking for shorts here. Oh, we have a new week opening gap below us as well. Closed, open. It's pretty much got filled already, so not much of a new week opening gap. If we are going to go higher, ideally I'd like to see price deliver into this area. This is kind of tough though. We're already inside of a 5-minute, so we'll kind of just have to see. Okay, hold on. I'm an idiot. Literally every time I end up doing that. I'm not on the New York session, so. Alright, does look like price is continuing to push higher. Same thing though. 4-hour did end up inversing. Hourly ended up inversing. We're inside of this hourly right now, but I want to see price up and price, move up and take out this high. Excuse me. So we'll see here. We do have a 1-hour BPR below us, but this whole 1 hour, and then we have this slight 1 hour below that I would like to see price retrace into to sponsor our move to the upside. Are we SMT'd with this high? We create equal highs on ES. So yeah, I really want to see that high come get taken out. So we'll just, hopefully see price manipulate lower here and give us a position to the upside. All right, price opens up bullish. So again, I still just want to look for some sort of long here. I think the draw is going to be higher. We are SMT'd at this high as of right now, but we'll see what price ends up doing. Alright, we retrace back into a 5-minute here. Not really any 30-second gaps. Alright, price is beginning to manipulate lower here. We have a huge 5-minute. Again, I would really just like to take longs rather than shorts here. So if we can get a push down lower, doesn't seem like price is very volatile at all today, so might just be a no trade day. I think that this is Monday. Doesn't look like there's any valid setups, to be honest. Monday with no news. Alright, price taps into that first key level. We're looking at an hourly gap here. See if we can get some sort of displacement out of this. Looks like price wants to continue pushing lower. Don't love longs here. This might just end up being a no trade day. Nothing really high probability at all here. No 5-minute gaps. Highest time frame was a 3-minute. I just don't really like it. So longs would have ended up playing out. We got the delivery that I wanted to see, but our highest time frame here is really just this small 3-minute. We had a 2-minute gap, and then all these 1-minute gaps ended up getting closed right here. So that could have been an okay long position, but for me, just the way the price action was looking today, really moved about 70 points. So don't really like it if this, I'm going to be done for the day, obviously, but we'll see this 15-minute inverse here. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and end it this day end here. With this 5-minute inverse, you could see a retracement delivery back up to the upside, but okay, yeah, so we continued to just push higher. Took out our main draw and liquidity that I wanted to see for the day. Alright, still on the daily time frame. I still think we want to begin pushing higher. We are getting a little bit of rejection after sweeping out this high here. To be honest, looks like we may want to come for this low inside this 4-hour. Got a lot of hourly gaps in the way here. Yeah, I wouldn't be against shorting here. But there's just not too much, to be honest. We came out, slipped out these highs inside the 15-minute. Yeah, I wouldn't be against shorting here. That's not going to be valid. Alright, price does come down here into the discount of this range. Right, we tapped discount of the range. Could push higher from this point here. But there's just nothing like very clear. We have this 4-minute and we're inside of a 5-minute, so you know what? I don't mind this short delivering out of the 5-minute here. Slight 2-minute there. I want to make sure that we get the close through that. Yeah, so 2-minute actually ends up projecting. And price looks like it wants to continue higher, so possibly could have taken this 5-minute long, but I did miss it. Looks like we are just delivering higher now. We'll see what happens with this 5-minute long. 5-minute candle did not get the close. So we could definitely be coming up towards this buy side here. Be open to some sort of continuation if we don't take it. Alright, price is going to take it. So this 5-minute looks like it was trade of the day here. And at this point, we're just so high in premium. Just not doing much, just small candle patterns. Oh, I need to see some sort of pretty major retrace here. No 5-minute retrace, no 15-minute. Yeah, we get pretty much nothing. So, looks like this 5-minute trade was going to be trade of the day here. Like this setup for sure. Just, you know, not incredibly clear, but we are delivering from discount of this range. Kind of just had the bias wrong for today, but I don't mind this 5-minute at all. Taking something like this, targeting our draw and liquidity above, going break even at this internal high right here. And this would have ended up playing out, right? So you probably could have gone stops like right here. So about a 1 to 3.3. That would have been very nice. So just got to go a little bit slower because that 5-minute did look very good. Alright, we're continuing up. I'd like to see this buy side get swept. Same thing on ES. Haven't taken out this buy side. Would like to see that buy side come get swept. We are delivering out of this 4-hour. See if maybe we want to come get a resweep of this low. But for the most part, I don't think we need to deliver all the way back down there. I really would just like to see us come tap into this hourly and then deliver higher. We inverse this hourly BPR. So the move definitely does seem bullish here. Seems like we want to continue to move bullish. So I just want to see some higher time frame sponsorship here. We'll see what price gives us off open. Right, we don't have really any equal highs, any equal, we do have 5-minute equal highs. Inside of a 5-minute BPR as well. So we'll see if we reject out of this actually. Don't like that wick there. 5-minute still barely holds that BPR. Alright, and we come for our draw on liquidity. SMT'd with ES now. Really would just like to see price continue moving bullish from here, but we're inside of this huge daily range, so you know, I'm just going to treat it as longs until I see otherwise here. Alright, you see a 5-minute death candle. It does put us back into our higher time frame key level here. We're going to be inside this hourly now. No reversal positions here yet. Yep, ES is inside the hourly as well. So after seeing that major sweep of liquidity, I don't expect too much out of today, but price is just chopping. Alright, we get a manipulation leg. Bunch of LR above. I wouldn't mind trying to target some of this LR. We get a slight 1-minute inversion. And we also open up a 15-minute gap here. So this would definitely just be, you know, a reversal trade, but we could easily just add to this LR here. We get a very, very small 1-minute. Mostly I'm looking at this 30-second here. I don't mind it. at all. But we could easily just kind of add to this LR here, so I'm going to fade this setup. I do think that we move higher here, but I'd rather just look for a continuation. I don't really want to try to catch this reversal. No SMT at this low. I would have entered maybe if he had an SMT. Now we do get the SMT here. Still just kind of chopping in this range. We get the SMT though. We get a 1 minute. Nothing about this looks high probability. I'll tape read this. But just nothing high probability. Yeah, I was gonna say. And yeah, really nothing. This is just in terrible price action, right? Kind of what I expected after we took out this draw on liquidity that I'd like to see. So still taking no trades. Not fantastic price action whatsoever. So we are manipulating higher now. We're delivering off of this daily BPR. Oh no, we're not. We haven't tapped up into it yet. We have a daily BPR above. Four hour just got the sweep. I mean, I think that we just want to continue moving higher here. We're inside of this 4 hour. I want to see us reject out of this area here. We have got multiple hourlies above us. So, really just want to see how we play here. I'd really like to take longs, but, you know, clearly we do look like we were trending lower. And we're delivering out of an hourly right now, so we'll just kind of have to see here. Alright, and price does end up manipulating lower here. There's not many draws on liquidity lower. This last 1 hour is kind of our last chance here to be able to flip bullish, but you know, I'd be open to taking shorts. We tag into this 15-minute. See what this hourly does. We're inside of a 5-minute. Yeah, looks like we're just going to continue to move lower. This hourly got the inverse, so definitely looking at just lower prices here. See if we want to come all the way down to this draw. I would take some sort of continuation model here if it appeared. Yeah, I like this. Just a nice little continuation model here. We got the 5-minute retracement. Closed through this fair value gap as well as through this volume imbalance. The draw on liquidity definitely looks lower. Let's go soft split this wick. We can go soft split this body, to be honest. The draw on liquidity definitely looks lower here. We are inside of this BPR though, which I want to watch out for. So we definitely could reject out of that BPR. But I think the draw is definitely lower. So let's just Yeah, let's see here. I like the position of our stops. So let's just see here. Hopefully we get a push through this break-even point and then just end up manipulating to the downside. All right, break even there. So I'd be break even. I mean, yeah, just following my rules here. Go break even. This trade could end up holding if this BPR holds, but I'm gonna go break even there. All right, we're break even. We'll see if this 1 minute ends up holding and pushing price lower. Either way, we're break even there. All right, saved us from a loss. So it looks like we are actually rejecting out of this 15-minute VPR. So we'll see here. I'm still obviously not convicted in longs just quite yet. This didn't look bad, but really I'm looking just for a resweep of this to continue lower. So we end up opening up a 5-minute gap. We deliver off the 5-minute. We're just inside of a 15-minute. Like, there's nothing very high probability about this right now. Delivering out of a 15-minute BPR, but we're inside of a 15-minute as well. Not really any draws in liquidity to target above us. Alright, well, looks like we are going to continue to push higher here. 15-minute did just get the close. We retrace into a 5-minute here. It's just late. Yeah, it's past 11 here, so we'll see if anything pops up, but tell you what though, I don't mind this. You just didn't get the 1-minute close. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna end it off there, so break even there. Price is delivering out of this tiny daily fair value gap there. We have previous day high up here. We do have a 4-hour BPR above us. So gonna want to watch out for that. These 4-hour inversions though make me do think price wants to draw lower. We might get a push up into this BPR before delivering lower here. That's really what I'd like to look for. And as far as drawing liquidity goes, I like this target down here. I also like this intermediate low inside of this hourly. So there's a couple different things I like here. But I really just want to see price probably manipulate to the upside here. This 5-minute gets inversed. Could take this 5-minute inverse, to be honest. I think the draw is definitely lower here, but I like to wait for more confirmation, so I'm not going to take that 5-minute inverse. And this 1 minute is just a pattern trade. Well, it ends up looking like it's going to work here. Get this 5-minute close. I just don't think that the draw's higher. We're not SMT with these lows or anything, so looks like price does want to move higher here, though. 1 Yeah, I'm really just not convinced here in higher prices. There's really nothing I like. Do have this unfilled 15-minute below. This just seems like a pattern trade. Like, yeah, man. Again, another day. Really nothing I like here. Looks like this 5-minute probably would have been, that 5-minute short, first of all, would have been valid entry. And then this 5-minute right here, I just don't like the close at all. Just closed way too high for me. But, you know, you could have gone something like this. Targeting this intermediate high. That would have played out just fine. So, these markets are a little bit difficult to navigate right now. So, I can definitely tell that my strategy doesn't work as much when we're inside of all of these giant higher time frame gaps. Especially in this kind of like choppy price action where we get these big displacement moves down followed by a huge chop. So I can definitely tell that my system works a lot better when we're in open ranges. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm going to take nothing today again. Hold on one sec. Alright, just wanted to make sure it's still recording. Yeah, so I'm going to end up taking nothing again. This is kind of a boring backtesting session, but, you know, got to do it. Got to test the strategy through all different conditions, so. Does look like we're moving higher here. We are inside of this giant BPR. Price rejected, and now it seems like it wants to come back up. You know, I like this draw on liquidity, so we got a failure swing to the downside. This hourly again first. We'll see if we can get a push lower into any of these hourly gaps to sponsor our move to the upside. But, you know, I could really see price kind of just immediately flushing up, so. I don't mind this short. SMT'd at this high inside this 4-hour BPR. Right, I don't mind this short. I feel like it could just easily fail though. Would probably go just break even at this first internal low. Target this unfilled hourly gap down here. Let's try it. Open is just incredibly volatile. But we kind of have all the things that we need, right? We're delivering out of this higher time frame BPR. We just got a sweep of liquidity. We're SMT'd at that high. The only thing that I don't like is that we don't have a clear draw below at all. I mean, really, I'm just targeting these unfilled hourly gaps. But we do not have a clear draw on liquidity for sure. So hopefully we'll see some flush through here and take it break even. I would like to not see us immediately reject higher, but off open it's always a possibility. So all right, we'll take that break even. We also are inside this tiny 5-minute, so we'll go break even there and break even. Well, saves us from a loss. We didn't want to come all the way down to that 15-minute, so go break even there. We did, yeah, we're not really getting any higher time frame delivery here. Ideally, I'd want to see a push lower. We are SMT'd at this high now. Just gonna go ahead and mark out this high over here. Kind of hard to predict what the market wants to do right now, but looks like we want to push higher. We just keep sweeping this high. Really, I'd like to see some just higher time frame delivery off anything here. We open up a 5-minute. I would be okay with taking some 5-minute continuation longs here. Tap into the 5-minute. No 30-second gaps. Tiny 1-minute does get inversed here. Delivery out of the 5-minute. Tiny 1-minute gap gets closed. We're just targeting a high that swept out another high. It's kind of high resistance. We'll try this long here. Stop loss position is just going to be down below this low. And I just want to take it break even at this high real quick. The idea here is that we just kind of want to get a push higher up into this BPR. It looks like we are, and we're just not wanting to deliver back lower into these 15-minute gaps. So we'll try this. Yeah, there's no 30-second gaps in our way. We'll try this here. Do not want to see a push lower. I really just want to see us flush through this break-even point. Nice. We'll go break even there. And I just want to see us continue up here for a 1-to-1. Alright, break even before price ends up hitting our take profit. Well, faulted our system there, so this is just tough conditions right now. We're continuing to push higher though. I do not want to short. I will take something if we get some more higher time frame delivery here. We do not end up sweeping out this low inside this 5-minute. Do we leave equal lows? We left equal lows. So we're going to end up coming down for those again. Three minutes, the highest time frame here. 3 minutes going to hold. And you end up getting the 3-minute close right there. I mean, I just don't like this, especially with those equal lows below us now. Yeah, that's going to be it. No higher time frame delivery. Again, just a really weird AM session here. Didn't get that much volatility, I'm meaning. Very weird. I like the two setups that we tried. We got break even on both of them. Where was that first setup that we tried? Or that second setup that we tried here? Yeah, this long. Ended up running to our TP after stopping us to break even. And then this short on open as well. I didn't mind that before getting stopped at break even as well. I just wanted to see us come into that higher time frame key level. So just very tough markets to navigate right now. Still inside of this BPR. It really seems like we're just going to continue to push through this now at this point. I'd like some sort of retracement. It doesn't need to be all the way down to this 4 hour, but ideally that's what we see. And then we'll play this 15-minute as our conditions today. I'd like to see that inverse. But again, just another kind of interesting day. Just within all these higher time frame gaps here. Did that 15-minute close. We have 7 more minutes till that 15-minute closes. Alright, we did get the 15-minute close there. Yeah, 15-minute does close. No 15-minute gaps in our way. Interesting. We do have a 5-minute below. Very, very close to our draw on liquidity. I think this is a very clear draw on liquidity, so man, there's just no higher time frame delivery out of this. Like, I like this setup, but there's just no higher time frame delivery. And with the way the markets have been acting, I just want to fade this. Yeah, good stuff. Alright, we're inside of the 5-minute, just kind of chopping around at this point now, though. And we get a data candle. So this is going to be PMI. We now have a data low. Data low gets taken. We are pushing lower here. We've got a couple lows that we look like we may end up taking out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What did I miss? We swept up that low. No higher time frame delivery though. And I don't love the 1 minute because it just puts us in another 1 minute. And then we go into another 5, so nothing valid here. Yeah, these markets you gotta rely on discretion very, very heavily, I'm noticing. Alright, you get this 5-minute close here. We did sweep liquidity. We should have a giant 15-minute volume imbalance above us. Man, I don't love anything here. And then just more sort of chop. I do like us going higher here. I guess we were SMT'd at this low. Just kind of playing this off this huge 1 minute. I don't mind trying this and just going break even at this high real quick. But these conditions just don't look incredible at all. I'll try this though. Alright, we'll take this break even already here. Price could easily reject from this point, so I would just need to see price continue to shoot up here. And to the tick, we get break evens. See if price would end up running. Yeah, no. Oh, we would have gotten 1-to-1 actually. Yeah, this is a 1-to-1 type of market for sure. I should definitely just be looking for 1-to-1s here. But either way, we would have gotten break evens literally to the tick. So unfortunate. just a lot of break evens. All right, both indexes swept out this high. We've now broken out of this BPR. So really just looking for higher prices here. We are inside another daily BPR now. But clearly we look like we're trending up towards all-time highs. So I do just want to look look for longs, but this BPR, you know, we'll see what happens here. We could easily just displace through this. I mean, displace to the downside, delivering off of that. So, you know, we have a daily fair value gap below as well. So, seems like we're just going to continue pushing though. Go ahead and mark out this 4 hour. Delivering off the 1 hour. This is a low inside of a 1 hour. And we do have a data high as well above. So I'd like to target this data high. We are delivering out of a 15-minute right now. Let's see what we get here. I don't mind that. Alright, so we sweep out that low inside that 15-minute, continue to deliver to the upside here. The 30 seconds did not close, which definitely does not make this A+. I would kind of rather take this off the 30-second gaps here. I like that the 1 minute closed, but I really would like to rather take this off of the 30-second gaps here. This would be a huge trade. 1 to 11 RR. Yeah, no, that wouldn't work. So I like fading that there. I just want to see our all of our time frames align, right? And the fact that we left these big 30-second gaps, I really didn't like that. All right, we're manipulating lower here. We'll see if this 15-minute ends up getting a close. Do we deliver from CE of this 15-minute rejection block? We do. Alright, I'm liking this. And we swept out this low. So we're SMT'd here, delivering from the CE of this 15-minute rejection block. I like this 1 minute long here. 30-second does get to close. We're inside of this 30-second volume imbalance, but I really feel like we won't really reject off of that. I kind of have conviction in this here. So let's just go ahead and take this. Put my stops like right here. And then let me just scale off profits at a 1-to-1. And then I'll target this data high. Alright, well, our stop got ripped through. I had conviction in that for sure. Being SMT'd, but yeah, I did have conviction in that for sure. So, just unfortunate. Didn't end up playing out. And then we actually come and sweep below now. No higher time frame delivery here still. We left that data high. Did I enter whenever? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's been 7 minutes. So 15-minute did not close bearish yet. So it looks like I might have just had the draw on liquidity wrong for the day. We still could end up pushing higher here. This is going to be a BPR. Alright, we're inside this 15-minute BPR. We'll see how this closes. Alright, if we push through this 15-minute BPR, it looks like we're going to be trending bullish now. So hopefully we hit a macro time and get a good setup here to the upside. We did open up this big 5-minute, so haven't inversed it yet. Three-minute is going to be our highest time frame here. And 3-minute does get the close, but wicks above our break-even point, unfortunately. So not going to be a valid setup anymore. Tape read it, but yeah, not going to be valid setup anymore. Looks like it'll probably play out. Alright, we left equal highs as well. Longs look very, very A+ here. If I can see some sort of retracement maybe, and then a good entry point here. Never mind. Swept out the equal lows. No 5-minute. All I really have is this 1-minute. But I'm kind of longing into manipulation. I guess I could see how this data high could be high resistance, right? Because it's a high that swept out another high inside of a fair value gap. But at this point here, I'm really expecting us to continue flushing. This is kind of more discretionary here if I end up taking this, but I really see us continuing to move higher here and take out this data high. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a shot. Let's give my stops room to breathe. We'll just take this for a 1-to-1. Or I don't need my stops to be all the way down there, but I will take it like right here. Take a break even up here. Or actually, I'll probably be a little bit more careful here. Maybe take a break even at this 5-minute rejection block. So if this does act like one. So we hit CE. I do want to give this room here. Alright, what are we doing here? We're delivering out of a 5-minute. I'm going to go ahead and move my stops to reduce some of the risk here. There we go, flush through break even. We'll go break even there. And I just want to see this rip up to data highs. Perfect. Alright, well there we go. We're on the board. So I like that setup. It was definitely a little bit more discretionary. Right, being this IFVG, not delivering from any higher time frame. But I think that the draw and liquidity was definitely there. We've shown signs that we want to continue moving up higher. And then I like being patient, saving my break-even point for this internal high, removing stops to reduce risk once we got above this high up here. So I do like that. I do like that setup a lot. I'm going to go ahead and Grab a screenshot of this trade. Alright. Cool. I think that this is the last day that we're looking at here. So we have previous day high up here. Same thing with the US. Previous day high. Does definitely look like we're trending higher here. Not really showing any signs of slowing down. We got an inverse of this 4-hour gap. Did open up a new day opening gap from Thursday to Friday. We end up sweeping it. We have a 15-minute BPR up here. But I do like us continuing higher. Ideally, we see some sort of manipulation into this 15-minute gap and give us the go ahead to go higher here. Ideally, that's what we see, so we'll see. We did manipulate into that 5-minute. No entry there, though. I would be okay with taking continuation longs here. Price did create a giant SMT in the higher time frame. Five-minute does hold. 30 seconds closed. 2 minutes hold. Delivering off the 5-minute. We are SMT, but I think that we still have room to go higher. We inverse this 15-minute. Yeah, I'd definitely be okay with trying this. Just a continuation long here to the upside. Try to give ourselves some breathing room. Go stops this swing low. And I don't know if we're going to want to come up all the way for this previous day high today, being that ES already swept it. And we actually did, this hourly looks like it did just close at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. is a good time for a reversal here. Yeah, this is definitely a tough one for sure. I want to try it, but this could easily reverse on us here. But, you know, I'll go ahead and give it a go. Just go 1-to-1 here. If it reverses, though, I'll understand. 10 a.m. Definitely a risky time to be taking continuations, but the setup just presented itself, so. Looks like we may get stopped out here. Shopping around a lot. Really, really don't like the way that this is looking here. Alright, and stopped out. So, just got caught in the accumulation. Again, 10 a.m. Risky time to be entering continuation longs, and it came back to bite us. So, you know, it's just part of the game here. I should have also realized it's slight 1 minute. Yeah, so just a risky time to be taking continuation shorts, continuation longs there. and it came back to bite us. So you get a 5-minute long here, which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of do like this. This was all accumulation, then we get the manipulation. Now I kind of am thinking that we just distribute to the upside. We are delivering out of this 5-minute. We swept out this low inside this 5-minute. I really like this. Let's try this. As far as stops go, kind of want to give it some room, but I like just going stops at this point right here with the bodies here. I want to see all this low resistance liquidity definitely get ran through. And I will take it just, break even at this high. So let's see here. Break even there. Alright, so break even point did get hit. Ideally we'd be break even there. Could give, we did open up a 5-minute BPR, so I kind of want to let price move around a little, maybe give it some breathing room. Alright, at this point I think I'll probably go break even most likely. I would like to just see us flush through all this low resistance liquidity. Alright, and stop to break even before running to full TP. It's unfortunate, but that's just kind of how it goes. These markets are incredibly wicky right now. Instead of going break even, I might have been able to reduce my risk and, move my stops up to this point right here. Reducing risk. And then once we got above this high, perhaps go break even. So could have definitely reduced risk there, but that's tough. Ended up running to full TP right after we go break even. So just a little unfortunate, but trade idea was correct. These are definitely tough markets to navigate for sure. This we got thrown into the fire here, but I got to get better at navigating all these types of markets, especially the ones that are harder, right? Harder for my strategy to work. So not a bad day at all. I think that was the last day that we're looking at. I may continue for a little bit longer here. Just get some extra practice in this price action. Really taking no trades at all. I've taken 3 trades. 2 of them ended up running to full TP after being break even. And then definitely 2 losses. That 10 a.m. continuation model is unfortunate to see lose, but I get it. 10 a.m. is definitely a prime time for reversals, so not ideal. Not ideal whatsoever. We are protecting our capital alright though, for sure. 1 loss and then a win there. What time is it? Only 6:30. Yeah, let's edit the session. Let's give us a couple more days here. Alright. So, let's continue on. Let's see what we get here. Still looks like we're trending higher to this total buy side. Right, we have previous day high right here. What is ES doing? ES just swept out this high inside this daily for value gap. So could reject off of that. We left a 4-hour BPR below us. And we are inside of a 4-hour volume imbalance right now. So part of me kind of wants to lean bearish here. Fact being that ES just swept out that high. We're delivering out of this 4-hour volume imbalance. We have a 4-hour BPR below. Part of me definitely does kind of want to look a little bit bearish here until proven wrong. So we'll kind of just see what price gives us. Again, looks pretty terrible on the 1-minute chart. So it does look like we're going to continue moving lower here. We have this 15-minute low that I'm watching out for. It also lines up with an unfilled hourly. Definitely not going to take that long here, being so close to that buy side or that sell side. ES did sweep it out, but I just don't feel like that's enough. ES is inside that hourly. Yeah, this trade's not valid anyway. Took out our break-even point. Does look like we're going to continue higher from here, though. No 5-minute delivery there. .30 didn't close up here. 5-minute did inverse as well. Very just choppy. This is just very choppy price action. See if you want to end up coming up for this high here. We do. Alright, now it looks like we want to continue higher. Especially if this closes, yeah. Could close there, so definitely looks like we want to continue moving higher here. Had the bias partly wrong for the day. I did want to see shorts, but down to these targets right here, but not exactly what I was looking for there. No 5-minute delivery still. Still no 5-minute delivery. No 15-minute, anything like that. And we take out the draw. So previous day high was swept, leaving us with a big SMT. We have a 15-minute gap right here. We get the push into the 15-minute. We have a 5-minute above, but for now, highest time frame is going to be this 3-minute gap. One-minute close, 2-minute close, 3-minute close. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying to take this continuation long here, especially up into this 5-minute gap. Not exactly discount of the range at all, but I don't mind trying this long up to this unfilled 5-minute gap here. Just going for a 1-to-1 here. And I'll take it break even at this high. Hopefully we just get some momentum here. Oh, we are SMT'd. Shoot, I didn't realize that ES already took out these highs. So that kind of changes everything here. We'll still put faith in the play, but ES is inside the 5-minute already as well, so. Alright, we'll go break even here. I think we're about to be inside the 5-minute. We are. So I'm just looking for a slight push Slightly above the 5 minute there. There we go. Full TP. Nice. We'll see if price continued to run from here. 5 minute did not close, means they're projecting. So kind of top ticked it. Nice. Possibly could have gone a little bit of a tighter stop here. Gone like stops below the body. And gone for a foolproof 1-to-1. Right, just below that 5 minute gap. Would have played out as well. But, you know, I like being safe, giving the stops a little bit of space there. So, good trade idea. And I like the setup there. So, price is going to continue rejecting right now. It looks like, yeah, and price is going to continue moving lower after sweeping that previous day high. Swept out that high. I mean, ideally, we just continue to push higher here, but this daily candle has already swept out the high, so could be looking at some sort of rejection here. We've got a bunch of 4-hour gaps below us, 4-hour BPR still, and it does look like we're going lower, especially with this 1-hour inverse here. So if these 15 minutes close bearish, definitely be looking for shorts today. Just kind of have to see. I kind of would like to look for shorts though. It's kind of looking like that. So manipulate higher. Man, this doesn't look terrible. We did sweep out this low. We're delivering out of the 5-minute. We SMT'd inside this 5-minute. We are SMT'd inside this 5-minute. Do we have 930 high as well? We do have a 930 high. The 15 minutes look like they're rejecting out of this. Yeah, I really don't mind trying this. It's just this 15-minute candle is the candle that rejected here. I don't mind trying this though. Kind of just think this through though a little bit. So originally I definitely did want to see kind of shorts here delivering out of this gap. About out of this BPR. But what we did off open is we manipulated lower. Closed this 15-minute that we had originally, or we had something. I can't remember. Tapped into this 50-minute. We're getting rejection out of it. We'd tap into this. We inverse this 5-minute, still delivering out of the 50-minute though. We get an SMT inside of this leg. We have a 930 high above. We get a 1-minute singular fair value gap V-shaped recovery. We're also SMT'd with this low. So we have a higher time frame SMT and a lower time frame SMT. I mean, I really like the way this is looking. Not ideal there with that wick, but especially with this being a giant 5-minute gap here. I mean, a giant 5-minute rejection block kind of thing. Might just take this break even here. But let me just trust in this trade. Perfect. We'll go break even at this point. And I just want to see us flush up through this 930 high. And if we do flush up through that 930 high, I assume we'll end up coming for this high. So let's just see. Perfect. Nice. It looks like we were going to run. Okay, cool. So pretty much top ticked it there. Not really at all. I'm lying for sure. That was not a top tick. But we ended up coming down after sleeping out my draw on liquidity. So very A+ setup, I think. The only thing that threw me off slightly is the fact that we are inside this huge gap here, and we did have this low down here as well. a low inside that hourly. But double SMTs, higher time frame, lower time frame, 1 minute clean state V-shaped inversion, 930 high above us, clear break even point. I like trusting the trade there, right? I like trusting the trade, going break even at my break even point. So very, very solid. We're just gonna go ahead and move to the next day already. Alright, so continuing to just move higher here. Looks like we almost got the inverse daily gap, but clearly looks like we want higher prices, trending towards all-time highs here, making a run for it. Four-hour doesn't look like it wants to slow down. We do have some draws below us, but ideally we just see a push into this 15-minute gap. Looks like we have a data high as well. So ideally we just see a push lower into this gap and then a long up towards this data high. Alright, we actually get a 5-minute here. So definitely would like to see this 5-minute close. Still holding this 15-minute here. Alright, looks like we're going to end up pushing lower actually. 15-minute does not hold. We could possibly want to come for these lows inside this hourly here. No higher time frame delivery, but incredibly V-shaped 1-minute recovery there. But no higher time frame there. I'm gonna fade this. Call me crazy. So it looks like it is playing out slightly there. I still want to see this 5-minute get inverse, so bang, 5-minute. Did the 15-minute close too? I gotta go back one candle. Yeah, we did. 15-minute did close. 5-minute and 15-minute inversion. I will take this. I don't really want to see us come below this point here. For some reason, I don't really feel great about this trade. We'll try it, but for some reason, I really don't feel very good about this trade. I really think that there's the possibility that we come tap back into this 15-minute rejection block. So hopefully we can just get up to our break-even point here. We are running pretty big stops, so alright, we will take it. Instead of going break even, I'm actually going to reduce the risk. So I'm going to cut my risk in half. Instead of going break even just yet, I'm going to let this trade run for a little bit. And ideally we see a push up towards this high. Alright, at this point, definitely going to take a break even. I'm going to watch this 5-minute close here. See if we can get a close above that. So we actually are going to reject. Swept out that high inside that 5 minute, and we're rejecting from that point on. Just want to gauge where my stops were. Ideally, we continue to see a push up here, but we could reject out of that 5 minute. Nice. Alright, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and scale. Oh, it's not even at a 1-to-1. I'll leave it. I'm going to scale there, and I'm going to let this run all the way to these data highs that we left and trail my stop. Alright, well, trail stop got hit. So, could have probably executed that better. Right, like originally my full TP was just at 1-to-1, which would have been just fine. But it looks, I got greedy. Wanted to take partials there. Stop loss could have definitely been a little bit tighter here. I liked just going at this OB, but definitely could have gone with something like this, because this was a very tight stop loss. I mean, this was a very big stop loss for sure. So definitely could have gone for something like this and targeted just this high inside of this 5 minute. That probably would have been a little cleaner. So ran definitely a little bit of a big stop loss there. I just wouldn't have really wanted to see price come below this area right here. So not bad. We'll take it. Data high is still left untouched. This daily is still holding. 4-hour volume imbalance right here. Swept out all these lows inside this 4-hour. It's very, very tough to get a gauge on where price wants to go in these markets right now. We are SMT'd on the higher time frame. I mean, I would be okay with looking for longs here. I think ideally price continues to push up. We're pretty much towards going towards all-time highs. So ideally I like this draw on liquidity for today. But we do have 15-minute relative equal lows, so watch out for that. And I am kind of longing. I would be longing into manipulation, sweeping out these lows. So just going to keep all that in mind. One sec. Man, everybody in this space is just selling stuff. Just trade. I mean, eventually I get it, diversify your income, but I don't know. I don't know. Sweep out this high here. We do have a data low below us. Open up a couple gaps here. And we continue to push higher. Alright, we get a 5-minute retracement, it looks like. No, we do not. We get a retracement, though. And that makes the setup invalid right there. Oh, we did deliver out of the 15-minute. I didn't even see that. This setup would have been great. Delivering out of the 15-minute. Insta TP. That's unfortunate there. Alright, we take out my draw on liquidity for the day. Chopping. Not really much I see. We're inside of a 15-minute now. Yeah, it's 11. So this trade would have been very nice. That was really the only good setup I saw today. This trade I don't like. Yeah, that was really it. Yeah, that was really the only one I saw today, and I completely missed it. This daily still hasn't closed. We look like we're trending lower. Rejecting hard off this wick, though. We did get a sweep. SMT'd. Or no, never mind. Alright, ES came for this low. NQ failed. Giant 4-hour gap. Definitely look like we are trending higher here. Delivering out of the 15-minute. Bunch of low resistance liquidity, though. We may see this get taken today. But it's kind of tough to gauge. And ES did already sweep out this low. So it is equal lows, though, so we'll see here. We might come and sweep out all that liquidity. Okay, I like that we got that liquidity sweep. We are immediately trending up higher, though. No 5-minute retracement. Price is not looking back. Bro. And then this candle is just like crazy work. That was news. If we are going to go long, I really want to see a retracement back inside this 15-minute. That 15 minutes going to close. I honestly assume we're going to come for all this LR. If we did hold this 15-minute, but this LR looks very, very nice here. No SMT, it's just not enough. Just not enough for me to trade the reversal. Even though it would have freaking banked. I'm not going to take it because I missed the opportunity, but inside the 5-minute here, just not enough for me to be going long at this point. Just adding to all that low resistance liquidity. Yeah, really going to be nothing today. This long was definitely play of the day, But at that point, I kind of wanted to see that low resistance liquidity ran, but we were delivering out of the 15-minute still. It was very V-shaped. 2-minute would have closed as well, so definitely would have been nice. Break even at this high. Definitely would have been nice there. Not bad, so I think that was the last day that we got. Yeah. See if we get anything. Yeah, nothing. Actually, doesn't look bad at all. Delivering off this 15-minute. We did just long into a 5-minute though. Tape read it. Bang, full TP. Nice. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Did 3 weeks worth of data actually there. Started off very, very slow. Kind of got to get accustomed to the market conditions, and then after a while, kind of got the hang of it there. Just needed to stay patient. That was really the key with those market conditions there, is just staying patient. Letting the market, bring it to you. So ended up green on a lot of them. What was our win rate here? 66%. Not bad. Stayed patient. A lot of break evens at the start, but stayed patient. Took 2 losses. 4 wins, 2 losses, 6 break evens. So it's just unfortunate with a lot of break evens there, but that's just kind of how the conditions were. We didn't see a lot of moves that pushed through any sort of internal highs or lows or like anything like that. So kind of just got hung up on a lot of internal highs or lows. So yeah, that's really it though. I'm happy with the session. Kind of got to test out a little bit of different market conditions there. That was definitely a little bit harder than usual, right? Just because of the choppiness and lack of volume and huge gaps that we were thrown into. But, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. We got ourselves out of drawdown there. So, max drawdown? We were down about a 1%. Let's see. Yeah, so the lowest we got, we were down on the account about $1,000, and over a span of 2 weeks, we ended up building it back up. So, not bad, not bad at all. I like it. I like it a lot. So yeah, that's really going to be the end of that session there. I thought it was good. Got to test out some different market conditions there. So yeah, that's really going to be it. I'll be back tomorrow for trading, and I'll do any recaps or go over the market tomorrow. But as far as tomorrow goes, I can't remember what news we have. PMI at 9 a.m. So just watch out. Probably don't want to be in or trade around PMI. I'll either look to take something before or after PMI, likely after. So yeah, that's really it. Tomorrow should be a good day. We'll see what the market has in store for us. I don't know what price has been doing ever since I got off. I probably shouldn't even be looking at it, but we'll see. Let's see here on the hourly. So we still kind of just look like we're trending higher. Dude, this move to all-time highs was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Still look like we're trending higher though. Kind of tough tomorrow. We'll see. Likely we don't go back for this low. I'd like to see maybe overnight we start to continue to pick up. Maybe get an inverse this hourly gap. That would make tomorrow very easy if we get an inverse this hourly gap. Look for longs. But if we don't, if we continue to move lower here, then I'm looking for like this strong liquidity, stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see what the market brings us tomorrow. But I'm going to go ahead and get off. Just enjoy the rest of the night. Try to reset. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. So I'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, later.